Hi friends, I've been aim training for 3 months already, let's get into it. Randomly on January 3rd, I decided I wanted to reset my rank on aim labs. I went from Emerald 4 to Diamond 4 because I didn't have a lot of scores congesting my score. But then as the month progressed and I kept playing, I eventually kept dropping down, still maintaining Diamond 4. But again, the scores do not mean everything. A quick reminder that my mouse DPI is still the same at 800, my in-game sensitivity is still the same, 1.6, but I did change my ADS sensitivity from 1 to 1.3 this month. January was such a good month for me in terms of Apex and aiming in general. I'm still not the best, however, because I was improving so much, I was able to focus on other areas of my gameplay because I didn't have to consciously focus on aiming every time. I feel like this month you'll notice a drastic improvement in my positioning and movement in comparison to my last 2 months of gameplay. You are also going to see some longer gameplay clip recordings this month. I would like to show you a full game eventually, but I'm not comfortable with everything that I do within a game to show everything, every mistake. This part is related to this video, just bear with me. I talk about my social anxiety all of the time, and it hinders me from doing certain things. So I'm always thinking in the back of my head, what if someone sees what you're doing and criticizes you? What if they make fun of you for doing something wrong? But this month, in my test of life outside of this game, I kind of realized, why do I care? Why does it matter? We're all just trying to get through life. Remember how previously I said I'm always analyzing my own gameplay? I kind of have to because I'm editing these videos. But if I made a mistake that cost us a game, I don't dwell on it anymore, I just kind of learn from it and then move on. I'm still very grateful to have someone that plays with me constantly and doesn't criticize every mistake that I make. I would still like to solo queue though, to experience that different type of gameplay where you don't rely on your friend and where you don't have the kind of communication you would have if you were duo queuing with your friend and talking in Discord. Trust me when I say that after this month, I have cared less what people thought of me, and I feel like I'm going in the right direction to doing things that challenge me like solo queuing, and you guys will be here to see all of that. Although the premise of my video series is aim and improving my own aim, there's so much more to this game than that. Also, yes, you see correctly that I'm playing Stinky Fart Cloud Man. I like zoning people out of certain areas and buildings. I was kind of busy this month, so I forgot to make a notes page about how I was feeling every time I recorded. I believe I felt good on January 6th, my shots were actually connecting and my tracking was pretty okay. I didn't record the first few days of the new year because I just needed a break from recording, as I've mentioned before. Sometimes I just don't want to record. You know, it's been pretty cool to not panic in every gunfight and just breathe so that I can aim properly. I also managed to surprise myself by getting kill leader, which rarely happens. I am so sorry to this person that I downed super quickly. I even surprised myself with that one. A quick reminder that I'm not a little sweatball that's focusing on my aim all the time while I'm playing. I just like to have fun sometimes. I live for moments like these in the game, it makes it so funny. We managed to make some friends through exchanging tea bags and hollow sprays. I even left them my Loba ult for them to loot. We left for a bit and came back and they were getting attacked by another team, so we tried our best to defend them. And then we accidentally killed one of them. I don't know if you're ever going to see this, but I'm so sorry, we thought this was the other team. We didn't react fast enough to stop shooting and I'm so sad. Okay, sorry for all that, but not really because it's my video. Back to the aim training. I don't know if you guys even want to see my aim labs training sessions because I feel like they're kind of boring to watch. It's kind of doing the same monotonous tasks over and over again to keep my aim fresh. Please let me know if you genuinely want to see that stuff. I feel like it's more interesting to watch me implement them into the actual gameplay that I do. I know that you see me aiming down my sights a lot in these clips or ADSing. I do hipfire a decent amount as well. I will try to get more clips of those in the future, but I feel like both my hipfire and ADS are pretty even with each other. I actually prefer to hipfire certain guns, especially the Mozambique as you can see here. I've had a lot of clutch moments in January. It was always so hard for me to strafe and shoot while being accurate at the same time, but that has improved so much, just look at me go. Quick mention that I'm super excited for Season 8 and I love Marvin and I think he loves me too. Last month I said I didn't get to use snipers as much because we're always close range fighting, but here's a little sprinkle of that. I for sure need to work on shooting and aiming vertically because that is one of my weaker points. Even though we ended up winning this anyways, there's always something that you can improve on. By the way, I was aiming my grenade at the Gippy bubble in hopes that it would disappear right as my grenade fell, but instead I made a cool fire arch. The aiming was there, but the timing was off. This clip is where you really get to see how much I move around now during gunfights, and I'm playing Mirage. I have no mobility on this man. I took about a week's break from this game, mostly because I didn't have anyone to play with during that time, and secondly because I wasn't feeling the best, so I just needed a break. But as you can see, I came back and my aim was super good, mostly because I had been practicing offline the entire time I was not playing Apex. I utilize the firing range in Apex a lot more towards the end of the month, mainly to make it a habit for me to move around as I'm shooting and reloading. Without me practicing that, I don't think my gameplay would have improved as much as it did. I know that this series started out with me wanting to improve my aim, but the more I play this, the more I genuinely want to improve and be a better player. Believe me, there are still fights that get my heart racing and make me start to panic, but then I remember I have to breathe and just focus, and everything's okay. Side note, I've been getting really aggressive and ballsy every time I pick up a Mastiff because I'm tired of people two-clicking me and I will do it back to them. I don't pick up the Mastiff a lot because I want to show off my skills with other guns that don't just two-click people, but I will pick it up occasionally and use it as a sniper for the lulz. I mean, just look at this ridiculous gun. Please, please, please remember that I am not perfect, and I still have my days still, even though I'm improving a lot. I still have my moments where I miss every single shot. For instance, on this big man where I miss multiple shotgun shots. I really just wanted to show my major improvements this month, and I'll probably show a more realistic view next month with all of my bad moments because I tend to stop recording on those days where I feel like my aim is off. Again, I didn't record every single day of this month, so you're not going to get a complete view of everything that I went through. I'm really happy that I can show off some of my highlights of this month because my performance anxiety didn't get the best of me this time. As for moving forward, I'm going to be implementing the firing range in Apex as one of my aim training activities. I did use aim labs every single day of this month, and even though I used it less toward the end, I figured that me using the firing range and playing Apex was part of my aim training as well. I want to thank you guys so much for just watching and following my journey. I will see you guys next month. I love you so much. Here are some extra goofs for you at the end.
Interesting choices for balance. Some people get hit harder. Tiffany, what happened?
It was too much momentum.
Hello?
Watch this.
Uh-huh. Are we gonna bonk the building? Whoa, how'd you do that?